Hey, February is coming up quick. Besides the month of love, it is also International Boost Your Self-Esteem Month. Gabe Howard is the host of Inside Mental Health podcast and someone who deals with mental illness himself. He says this is the month. Do it. Set time aside. Believe in yourself no matter what you may be facing. Take a listen.
Good to see you. Okay, so this is a topic particularly important to you, obviously, as host of this podcast, but also as someone who's living with bipolar. So guide us through boosting self-esteem and kind of getting to that mental health wellness that so many are seeking.
It's a fascinating topic because people think that people with mental illness can't boost their own self-esteem or their own mental health. Like there's nothing that we can do. We're just deeply flawed, deeply hurt, and we cannot advance our own cause. But on the flip side of that, we also have people that are just like, oh, you have a serious and persistent mental illness? Oh, stop and smell the roses and do yoga. It will be fantastic. And we have to balance out that conversation in the best way possible.
So what are some steps that have helped you and you've noticed have been helpful to so many in sort of getting to that middle ground and really doing effective self-esteem and mental health boosting?
I'm big on owning my mistakes. I think that there is, and mistakes that aren't even my fault, right? Just, it's like, well, but that was a symptom of bipolar disorder, right? So it's not my fault, but it's not anybody else's fault either. So I'm going to take responsibility for it. And some people are like, well, but you're just piling on. You're just admitting defeat. And I'm like, no, I am taking responsibility. I am taking action. I am owning all of that. And I think that's really super empowering because, of course, mental health issues are always trying to drive you down. That's why they're a mental health issue. It'd be a mental health positive if it was always trying to pull you up. So by taking responsibility, taking action, owning it, and pushing it forward, I win. And there's just nothing more emotionally empowering than winning. I like to win.
And we like that too. And so you navigated your life to kind of find this space, right? So how can other people help people they love kind of get to a healthy perspective that you have seemed to find, especially when we're talking about bipolar?
First off, education is really key. And by education, I don't mean answer shopping. There's so many people that jump on the internet. They have this preconceived notion. They find someone who agrees with them, and then they're like, boom, now it's a fact. You've got to listen to all perspectives, perspectives that make you angry, perspectives that scare you, perspectives that you just really, really don't understand. If there's anything that I learned hosting the Inside Mental Health podcast, it's that there's so many opinions and facts that are correct and they're mutually exclusive. And you're like, how can that be? But it's really true. There's not just like one journey and one destination. So you need to learn from yourself, from your loved ones, from the community at large. And you need to understand that even when you think you've mastered it, everything's going to change on you tomorrow. So you have to be nimble, you have to be open-minded, and you have to continually educate yourself.
Love that. Okay, where can people find your podcast?
They can find my podcast on every single podcast player, but they can hop over to psychcentral.com/show or my personal website, gabehoward.com.
Gabehoward.com. And of course, you can find your podcast on all the different platforms. It is called, tell us the name again.
Inside Mental Health, and it's everywhere. You can find it everywhere.
Love it. Good to see you. You're watching Today in Nashville.